Good Friday evening to you. Thanks for watching Fox 31 News at 10. I'm Aaron Leedy. Another beautiful day across South Georgia. Let's head over to meteorologist Carrie Capello to see if this nice weather will continue through the weekend.
Thanks, Aaron. Happy Friday, Southwest Georgia. We had another gorgeous day across the area. For those of you who have the green thumb, a great opportunity to go out, plant your eucalyptus. Maybe you were out planting some petunias, begonias. Either way, it's a great day. That warm trend is going to continue, and Mother Nature's got some rain, so you don't have to get out there and water the flowers too much this weekend as well. Here's a look at the GDOT traffic cam in Cordele. It's pretty quiet. No rain, no weather impacting the area right now, which is a good thing. We certainly have seen quite a bit of that over the last couple of weeks, so I'm sure people are enjoying a little bit of a break. Here's a look at those temperatures outside. It's warm. It's a nice, comfortable night to be outdoors. 62 for Cordele. That's the same in Leesburg. A little bit warmer here in the Good Life City, 63 degrees, and in some of our eastern neighborhoods, 61 for Douglas and Pearson. A little bit cooler for Moultrie all the way over to Nashville this evening as well. Here's a look at those day planners. If you're heading outdoors tomorrow, a nice start to the day, 55 degrees. We'll keep clouds in place all day long, but it looks like we're warming up once again to around 78 degrees. And this is what we're focused on this upcoming hour. A look at those weekend storms and whether or not we'll see severe weather with those as they move through. Plus a look at some warmer weather. How much longer will this heat stay in place? And will we see a little bit more winter before we start seeing the official start of spring right on our doorstep?
Carrie, thank you. With a marginal risk for severe storms Sunday, Fox 31's Kaylee McCarthy spoke to the Doherty County EMA specialist to find out how you should be preparing. She joins us live with the latest. Kaylee.
Aaron, Doherty County EMA specialist Jenna Chang says now is a perfect time to practice your family plan. Chang says it's important for families to practice where they would go in their home and what they would do if a weather alert went off. First, you have to identify where the safest place in your home is. Chang recommends somewhere on the lowest level, away from any windows, and in the interior portion of your home. This could be a bathroom, hallway, or basement for most. To make things easier, Chang says you can stock the safe area of your home with your children's favorite toys and activities. She says now is the time of the year where severe weather is most common, and adds it's important to stay weather aware at all times.
It can be really scary for kids to hear that weather siren go off or to have the weather radios go off. So if families can practice going to their safe place now when there's nothing else going on, it can make it a little bit less scary for kids.
If you live in a mobile home, Chang recommends you go to a friend or a family's home that has a fixed foundation. Live from the Fox 31 studio, I'm Kaylee McCarthy.
New tonight, the American Red Cross needs your help donating items for the victims who suffered from last weekend's storms. Red Cross community volunteer leader Ira Thompson says crews are already set up in Grady County providing food and shelter. The biggest thing Thompson says the Red Cross needs help with are donations for debris cleanup. They're in need of tarps, nails, boards, hammers, rakes, trash bags, and even volunteers. Thompson says sometimes all it takes is a helping hand to get someone back on their feet following a tragedy.
If you talk to the people, anytime that there's a storm, there's distress, there's displacement, and you wonder what you're going to do. Sometimes all you need to do is talk to someone and just share that there's help on the way. Just hang in there.
If you're interested in volunteering, you can call Thompson directly at 229-364-5732. And if you'd like to donate any items, you can drop them off at the Red Cross office located at 500 Pine Avenue. President Donald Trump on the ground in Alabama and Georgia today, surveying the damage from the deadliest tornado outbreak in nearly 6 years. New tonight, we have more on his visit as the community mourns the 23 lives lost.
President Trump in Alabama, touring ground zero of Sunday's deadly tornado outbreak. The first family visiting parts of Lee County, meeting with people impacted by the EF4 tornado, as well as families who lost loved ones. 23 people were killed and parts of the community destroyed. The president spending time with Governor Kay Ivey and first responders, and reiterating his commitment to help with the recovery process. On Tuesday, President Trump declared the situation a major disaster, ordering federal aid to the state. Flags are flying at half staff across Alabama until sundown Sunday, honoring the lives lost, ranging in age from 6 to 89 years old. The youngest victim, 6-year-old Armando AJ Hernandez. As residents grieve and start the recovery process, they're facing another threat of severe weather this weekend. Though weather experts say the danger is not as great as last weekend.
Many of you reacting on social media to the president's visit. Sally says President Trump embracing the family of Lynn Grimes. Grimes, his fiance, and his daughter's friend were all killed in the storm. Here's another picture of American flags placed in traffic cones lining President Trump's route. And this picture shows President Trump surveying the damage. And take a look at this video. Scott Filmer says, something I never thought I would ever say in my lifetime. President Donald Trump just flew slow and low right over our property. Really amazing for this quiet town. Beauregard strong. A judge denied a motion today for a delay in trial for Ryan Duke, a man accused in the death of Georgia beauty queen Tara Grinstead. Court documents show the defense asked for more time leading up to Duke's trial, but Judge Bill Reinhart denied the request. Reinhart's order didn't give a reason for that denial. Georgia's Supreme Court has ruled that it's unconstitutional for sex offenders to continue to be monitored electronically after they've finished out their sentences. In 2006, Georgia Code established a 3-tiered system to classify the risk that a sexual offender would commit another crime, and anyone identified as a sexually dangerous predator under level 3 face the potential to wear an electronic monitoring system for the rest of his or her life. This week's unanimous opinion from the justices called state law unreasonable, saying sex offenders are protected under the 4th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which protects people from unreasonable searches and seizures. In Georgia, the Sex Offender Registry Review Board assesses each offender and assigns them a risk level. Level 1 offenders pose little danger to the public. Level 2 offenders have an increased likelihood they will reoffend, and Level 3 offenders are labeled sexually dangerous predators. The Supreme Court ruling changes the law for those Level 3 offenders. And new tonight, Fox 31's Danielle Ledbetter shares how the ruling is now affecting Dougherty County.
For us here in Dougherty County, is we have called in our 3 sexual predators that we have and removed the monitoring off of their legs.
After that ruling came down from the Georgia Supreme Court, Level 2 sexual predators will no longer be monitored after they've served their sentences. Dougherty County Sheriff Kevin Sproul shares the Supreme Court's reasoning behind the ruling.
The Supreme Court ruled that it's unconstitutional on its face because it authorizes an unreasonable, lifelong, warrantless search.
Here in Dougherty County, the Sheriff's Office says sexual predators will still make their yearly visits to the Sheriff's Office to re-register.
And then we have a deputy who actually goes out throughout the community and does pop checks on them and checks in on them and makes sure they're where they're supposed to be.
Looking ahead, though, the sheriff wants to see this changed.
We're going to go back to the General Assembly and work on correcting, fixing, amending this law, or maybe having to rewrite a new one, so we can continue to provide the protection to our citizens that, you know, we as sheriffs are supposed to provide.
And you all are weighing in on this topic on social media. One Facebook user says they see both sides to the issue. I think they should be monitored. Sexual predators are dangerous to the greater community. However, there needs to be a common ground. I feel wearing a GPS monitor is a bit excessive and a personal infringement after already being sentenced, while others are more hesitant. I'm still not sure how I feel about this. Though I believe in rehabilitation for sexual offenders, I still feel precautions need to be taken in order to track this. It's a dangerous game we may be playing with. Danielle Ledbetter, Fox 31 News.
Happening just hours ago, actor Jussie Smollett indicted on 16 felony counts of disorderly conduct after he told police he was attacked in Chicago. Police initially investigated his claims as a hate crime, but later suspected that Smollett knew 2 people of interest in the case and paid them. Smollett is an actor on the show Empire. He has denied that he orchestrated that attack. The Justice Department has launched an all-out attack on financial fraud targeting the elderly. At least 260 people have been charged over the last year for scams costing victims an estimated $750 million. One older man with dementia sent more than $350,000 to scammers to correct a fake security alert on his computer. U.S. banks reported more than 24,000 suspected cases of elder financial abuse to the Treasury Department last year. We are now getting to see body cam video of a Port Arthur, Texas officer fatally shooting a man armed with a machete. The shooting has drawn anger from the man's family, despite a grand jury deciding not to indict the officer. We froze the video after a few seconds, but still want to warn you, some of you may still consider this graphic.
Hey, drop it! Drop the f***ing knife! Drop it! Put it on the ground right now! Put it on the ground right now! 463, step it up. Drop the f***ing machete! Drop it! F***ing drop it! 463, shots fired.
The video shows Officer Aaron Taylor ordering Shane Lyons to put down the machete back on December 28th, a command he yells out 8 times, but Lyons appears unfazed and continues walking towards Officer Taylor with the weapon in hand. Taylor fires his gun at Lyons, hitting him 8 times. Well, a grand jury cleared Officer Taylor of any wrongdoing, finding the shooting was justified. Lyons' family is considering a civil lawsuit now. They've seen the video and believe the officer should not have used deadly force. New at 10, video of nurses keeping a baby alive. The overnight work they're having to do because of a blackout. Plus, a spending spree with your tax dollars. How much a new report says lawmakers are spending on things like lobster tail.